Hi, guys, it's Miss Fabby. I am the eighth grade counselor, and I am here to help you with some Canvas hacks and some just general learning hacks as we go throughout the rest of this semester. A lot of kids have been telling me that they're feeling overwhelmed, and I know why. So, we live in a digital world, which means that a lot of things are automated. That means you're going to get emails about all kinds of things. You're going to get notifications about all kinds of things. And it's a lot. Even the attendance assignments alone, you've got at least 8 a day that you're doing on Mondays and Fridays. And those show up first. So it feels really overwhelming. I want to give you a couple of tips to get through the overwhelm. Okay. It's creating a lot of stress for kids, and what's happening is because they feel that overwhelming wave, a lot of times our bodies just go into paralysis mode and we just don't do anything at all. And that's really common. You're not alone if you feel that way. Another thing that we'll do is we won't do anything at all, but we'll avoid and we'll go on TikTok or we'll go on YouTube or we'll go do things that feel good because our brain loves to have fun. So if you've got a million assignments due, it's not very fun, right? So it's easier to get distracted and do the things that you want to do. But I will tell you this, you can get a lot more lasting self confidence, a sense of accomplishment, and uh, and letting go of that overwhelm if you take action. And once you take action, your self esteem will improve. You'll have new skills and you won't feel so stressed because you're able to manage these new things as they're happening. When we keep avoiding and we keep avoiding and we keep avoiding, we stay really small. It's kind of like a little chicken stuck in their egg, right? In order for us to get stronger, and in order for the little chick to get stronger, it's got to peck out of its shell. That's how it gets stronger. If we just took the shell off the chicken, it wouldn't get stronger and it ends up dying. Okay. So this is you pecking through your shell in middle school to get ready for high school so that you feel like you can do it. So I'm going to show you a couple different hacks in Canvas. I'm going to share with you a couple different tips that are going to help you take that next step. And I'm going to give you a phrase that really helps me. I can control the controllable and I can figure out the figure outable. So I am in charge of what I can control. And even if I can't control it, even if it's things that are happening outside of my control, I can figure out how I want to handle it. And when I have that mindset, then it gives me the power instead of putting it in the hands of my laptop or my teachers or my parents. I am the one that's in control and I can solve this problem. And with that sense of accomplishment, then you keep wanting to do more and do more because you are capable and you can do it. And you don't feel like you're drowning. And even if you do still feel overwhelmed, you know that you can work through it and get to the end and you can get to the other side. So I'm going to show you a couple different things. Let's go to my Canvas page here. Now, I'm a teacher, so things aren't going to look exactly the same for you that they do for me. I mean, I'm a counselor, but I'm a teacher in Canvas. So I'm going to just go here really quick. Now, here's the thing. You're going to see probably some assignments here, or not assignments, announcements here. You're going to see your dashboard that's got all your classes, right? Once you see that announcement, if you don't need it anymore, let's say I want to know what Spirit Week is, I'm going to download it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Then I'm going to click out of it. Done. All right. Then if you want to sign up for something else and you do it and then you're done, click out of it. Okay, that's one way that you can alleviate some of the overwhelm is getting rid of the things you know you don't need. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of my classes. I'm going to put it on student view so that you can see over here is a to-do list. And it's going to list announcements. It's going to list things you need to do. If it's from January and you already know you need to do it, just exit out. You can just click X and it goes away. Okay? Organizing yourself is going to help you. Then you don't feel so overwhelmed with all of the to-dos that are coming in because you've gotten rid of the ones you don't need. Okay, first tip. Okay? The next thing, if you go over to your grades, when you arrange it by assignment group, guess how they do it? Alphabetical order. What is the first thing that's going to show up? Attendance. This is not something that you can control. It's going to show up attendance most of the time. And we know that those attendance assignments are overwhelming. Okay? So there's a couple different ways. You can keep doing it by assignment group. You can do it by due date. Those are going to show the things. But here's the thing about due date. It shows from the earliest, so like January, all the way to the bottom. So if you do that, just make sure you're like, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to scroll to the date that I need. Okay. So that's another one. You could do it by module. You can go through and like, okay, skip down to module 8. These are the things that I need to do. Or you can do it by assignment name. There's a lot of different ways that you can arrange it. I like assignment group because then you can skip past the attendance unless you need to do your attendance. Please do that first. And then I want you to focus on summative assessments. Those are the ones that are worth the most points. They're worth 90% in your grade. Remember, we're just focusing on what we can control right now, which is what is due today, and that is what we are going to do. If there are tests that you need to take them. If you need help before you take the test, get help. But this is one way that you can take control over what's happening right now. All right. Next thing. These are a couple of things that can help you in your class. You can also print your grades out so you can see what's missing if you want. All right, then it'll give you all of the details. Another tip that's really, really helpful is this calendar feature. If you're a visual person and you like seeing things all laid out with different colors, this is for you. So there are 3 different ways that you can look at your calendar. It automatically shows up as month. Sometimes that's overwhelming. If you don't like that, you can go to the week feature and it will tell you all of the things that you need to do, all of your assignments that are due, and it will put it in at according to your class and according to the time that it's due. So you know you need to do your attendance on Mondays. So you are going to have a lot of attendance assignments listed. You know that you're going to have attendance assignments listed. You don't need to be overwhelmed about that because number 1, it's your job. And number 2, you're going to take control, right? So you're going to go back to your attendance and you're like, okay, great. I know I have my attendance due. I'm going to do that as soon as I can. Okay, so you can go through and it'll show your calendar with different colors. All of your classes are going to be a different color. It's very pretty. Then when you go to that assignment, you can click from here and it'll take you there, or you can go directly to that class and just do it. But once you do that attendance assignment, guess what happens, guys? It crosses it out in your calendar. So it feels like a sense of accomplishment, crossed it out. You did it. You don't need to worry about it. And then you can focus on going down to the next and the next and the next until you get it done. Okay. And it'll do that in every, whether it's week, whether it's month, whether it's agenda, you get to decide how you want to do it. So I personally, I like the agenda list because then it lists all the things that are due. So for example, for The 19th in my calendar, it shows that I've got like different holidays, things like that. But it's also going to list the assignments that I have due that day. And it's like a to-do list. Same thing, you just go through. When you're done, it crosses it off. That is one way to give yourself a little boost and cross off your list. And then you know what you need to do and what you've already done. Okay. So those are two really helpful things. If you have anything that you notice about Canvas, use those tools that you've gotten for yourself. Rather than feeling all of that overwhelm and wanting to avoid and get on TikTok and be like, oh, miss, I'm never going to pass. This is the worst. I can't do it. Just give yourself a break. Take a breath. If you breathe in through your nose and you hold it and you let it go, it literally helps you get oxygen into your blood, which gets oxygen to your brain, and it restarts your amygdala, which is the part where all of these emotions are coming. Okay? It helps you focus. So we've got our Canvas hacks. We've got our email hack. If you know something that you need to do and you decide, I'm going to use this calendar thing, go through and X out all of the things that are overwhelming. Go into your email, delete all of the notifications. If you get a notification for turning in an assignment, you're like, yep, thanks, got it. X out of it, delete it. Okay. Take control over all of these automated systems that are coming to you. And then you will be able to organize yourself a lot easier. You won't feel so overwhelmed. You won't be drowning and like going through all of the things. Okay. You've got some tips to help you. But the first thing you got to do is stop the bleeding. So just start where you are. Another tool that I really love for me is my 20-minute timer. I'll set a timer for 20 minutes on an assignment or a project that I don't want to do. And it's kind of my way of playing a game with myself. I try and beat the timer and get my assignment or my task done before the 20 minutes. Or if I know that it's a big task, usually after that 20 minutes, I'm so involved in the task that I'm doing, I want to finish it. For you, another tool for that 20 minutes is if you've been working on something for 20 minutes and you still don't get it, it may be time to talk to your teacher. And Mondays and Fridays are perfect days to pop in and ask a question. Or if you aren't sure about something and you've started it and you don't know what the answer is, send them an email. Ask them in the chat in class if it's like during a class day. Use that 20 minutes as a gauge for what you need help with and what you've got figured out. And then you can move forward from there. Your teachers are always willing to help you. I'm willing to help you. I'll put in the comments a little place where you can get a meeting with me. Okay, you can schedule a meeting. We can hop onto your Canvas. We can talk about your grades. We can talk about high school. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about in that 20 minutes. Hopefully, these have been some really helpful tips for you. But the first and foremost thing is control what you can control. And then, if you can't control it, what can you do to figure it out? You have a brain, a very smart one. It's been doing its job for a really long time, but sometimes our brains can get in our own way and they don't like feeling overwhelmed. So you've got to hijack it a little bit and take control for yourself. That's what your prefrontal cortex does. Okay. I'm here for you, but you can do it. And I know that you are capable. You just need to start. That is the hardest part, but it's also where you're going to get that confidence and where you're going to be able to take control. Okay. So hopefully I'll see you soon. If not, hopefully I'll see those grades rising and you taking charge of your education. I'm here for you. Okay. We'll talk later. Bye.